Welcome back to the Emergency Power Podcast. You've made it through another week, so have your memory wiped, forget who you're protecting, wander the galaxy in search of answers, get stuck in a prison system, find an ancient being's magical space hand, plug that into a bug lady, put on some VR goggles, go inside your own mind and fight your past, and charge up with us.
Did you say find some magic beans?
What? No, magic beings space hand. There will be no magic beans in this campaign.
I wanted some magic beans, man.
You guys escape the system by planting magic beans and climbing the stalk up into space. And then you just walk off.
We did find magic rocks.
You did.
Oh, that's
you
true.
did find magic rocks.
Yeah. I like that all of that sounded crazy there, Adam, and then the last thing you said actually sounded like pretty good advice. You know, go into your past, go fight. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
ready.
all
Battle your
about
demons.
self-actualization. You gotta get in there, and you gotta unleash your full potential by undoing the things that were done to you when you were...
5E's already self-actualized.
Oh, somewhat. His driving internal goal has been the fact that he lost a protectee, and that's what he was created to do. He wasn't able to fulfill his programming. Like, he sought out Scriff because he believes he's one of the minds capable of perfecting that programming, since Scriff worked for his creators at one point. He's analyzed the code. It's the best shot.
Oh, I don't know that I actually knew that last bit.
Oh, yeah. That's why he always goes to Scriff when he's like, I kind of want to try to get my memories back. Think you could do anything?
Oh.
We've teased it. Yeah, it's like... don't read too much into it. Like, it's not like Scriff had an active hand in constructing 5E, but, you know, it is roughly familiar with some of the things that went into those SROs.
The only person on the planet who knows Linux.
That is kind of how it feels, yeah.
All right, well, we're diving right into that. Yeah.
Let's
operating system and seeing what's in there.
Into it. We are literally inside someone's mind right now, so I think it's time. Boys. You ready?
We're having a battle inside my brain, and my money is on the giant brain.
Yes. I have all the powers here. We went from a place that I could do nothing. It was filled with rocks, and now we're in a mind. This will be great.
In our 5E's mind palace.
Oh, gosh.
Adam, for the purposes of our listeners, we talked about a little of this off air, but because this is like a mental space, how does that work with our gear?
I can only imagine that you wouldn't go into a mental situation and just have your landscape be completely different. So Scriff wouldn't show up in his underpants if it's in a dream in which he actually has some part in controlling. If it was just a crazy dream, maybe.
Right.
But as far as gear, I think you should have everything that was on your sheet.
Okay.
Great. And then our consumables, it seems like they won't just disappear if we use them in this plane.
Like you're throwing your like grenades and all these spells inside, and then Izbin Espa standing outside like, oh god, no, Jesus,
we're not as asleep as we thought we were.
Yeah, right.
I hope you took Iron Will and Great Fortitude.
You come back, the second hand just has giant holes in the inside of it.
Destroyed it.
Scriff would be so upset.
But then I'd get to fix it up again, so it wouldn't be all bad.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'll just get wrench and hammer and screwdriver to help me. You know, my goblin posse.
Let's get this started, guys. Let's get this started. I'm really hyped right now.
Let's do it.
Okay, so cue the montage of booting up 80s computers with synthwave crackling from Pons' boombox, jamming on the keys of an old yellowing keyboard that in no way resembles hacking. It's just like... and putting on your official Nintendo power gauntlets as we dive both into the mind of NR5E and into the tomes of Emergency Power, Volume 2, Chapter 12.
Let's do it.
In a forest of burning treetops, cinders blow towards the bloodied moon. 3 armored figures stand before you on misplaced and broken furnishings. Blackened smoke pours from where their skulls ought to be with this sickly sweet smell of burning flesh. They turn towards you in perfect unison as you burst into this clearing. and they draw their weapons. All of you hear inside your heads the voice of Izbin Espa. I'm working to assimilate data, but I'm running into resistance. There's tripwires deep inside your coding to keep you from recreating what happened. I'm doing what I can on this side. Do what you can there to clear the path.
All right.
And if I recall correctly, you guys rolled for initiative last time.
Yep. 5e triggers his comlink and says, affirmative.
Okay. What's everyone's initiative?
12.
11 for 5e.
And 10.
12, 11, 10. It's a countdown towards awesome. Okay.
Or something.
So, the first thing that happens is one of these creatures actually rolled a 13, so it's 13, 12, 11, 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
Figures.
that's its name right there.
Mm-hmm.
No one else want to comment on that?
Adam named this goblin on our tabletop buff-ass space goblin.
Yep.
Is it just his ass that's buff, or is he just so buff that he's buff-ass?
Well, there's a question mark at the end of it, so it's like buff-ass space goblin.
Goblin?
Goblin?
Be
Like-
something else.
All right, the goblin runs straight forward at you in our 5e, the smoke
course he
pouring
does.
out of its face. Well, you're right there, so might as well.
Yeah.
And let's see, does a 17 versus KAC hit you?
Sadly, yes.
Okay, damage time coming your way. That's 10 damage. Bringing it
Ouchie.
right down on you. Okay, moving on. That's the end of their turn. We got one more before you guys who rolled a 12. Actually, what's your dexterity there, Pawns? Actually, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I asked.
Not very
But
good.
he's got some dex.
Oh, I do. I
Fair
actually
enough.
have a +2 now. Oh, that happened.
Okay. Yeah, sadly, still gonna go before you.
Okay,
They pull
that's
up
fine.
this rifle, and they're gonna shoot on you.
Yeah, so this looks like one of the Guragital that we fought way
Yeah.
early in season
Guragital
1.
fighter?
Yeah. All of
Does
the creatures have question marks after their name.
Yeah. Well, I know they were described as shifting shape constantly, but they were
Yeah.
always flashes of things from our past.
Exactly. Okay, does a 19 EAC hit you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Coming down hard on you guys for a big bad 2 damage.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's fire damage in case it matters. All right,
Don't think
Pawns,
so.
it's your turn. What's your reply?
All right, so let's see. At least one of the enemies have a ranged weapon. What does that other guy look like? What does he
It
have?
looks like Victor.
Yeah, it's even got his name on it.
Does he have a gun, or does he have like a melee weapon? What's he got on him?
Symbol
looks
of
like he
Triune?
has some sort. Yeah,
Symbol of Triune.
It's like the power of Triune compels you.
Yeah, for those who don't remember, Victor is the priest that we met at the
Yeah.
Church of Triune back in Io.
The one that is
He's here now
with
trying
you
to
guys.
beat us up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to notice what that one's going on because they're holding this big 2-handed gun.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Alright.
going to be like a eldritch blast, like firing from the symbol of Triune, just like a big digital. I mean, we're in the mind of an SRO, so it could totally be like a digital blast coming from a symbol of Triune.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have put it past
true.
you.
But this isn't actually Victor. So,
All
like,
right.
you can
I
step
don't
to
know.
Victor in the real world and see what happens.
It looks like him.
You know, I kind of want to try out one of my
Probably
new
not.
guns here, actually.
Yeah, what you got?
So let's go ahead. I don't want to use a lightning pistol because I'll definitely hit NR5E as well. So I'll go with the membrane holdout pistol, which is a flame attack. Pretty good range, but I want to target the goblin and see if we can't get him off of NR5E. So
Okay.
let me see. What is my roll here? It's going to be a 26. Wow.
Nice.
There's no way I can even pretend that wouldn't hit.
No, there's 8 damage on there, too.
Hot.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Oh,
And then I'm
okay,
going to
now
float
someone's
up.
dropping the heat.
Yeah.
Pawns Warbrain.
I can finally do other damage. Yes. And then I'm going to float up
Nice.
15 feet.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good. Just fly straight up into the air. Okay. And that's everything you're going to do, correct?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Next in R5E, you're up.
All right. 5E is going to take advantage of mobility to pop out a bit.
Interesting. So you're just going to ignore this goblin here.
No,
It's incredibly
not at all.
rude.
I should say that's the first part of a trick attack.
Okay.
But you get an AOO there against.
Yeah.
You get to oh no, I'm sorry. The trick attack AOO prevention is only against the attack itself, not the movement. My bad. Continue.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to pull out the cards.
Is it good or bad?
I'm
I couldn't
gonna
tell from that
say
reaction.
Man.
it's Adam, so I'm gonna say bad.
Okay, so he nat 20 and AO.
I'm gonna
You
say
are-
nat 1.
You are
Think so?
always correct about that, Jeff.
Does he have to confirm?
Oh.
He does have to confirm to see if the cards happen. So, I'm going to roll again and see if this attack would have hit, which, with your mobility, what does he have to hit?
On KAC, a 21.
Dang.
Then he fails.
Yeah.
Ha ha!
Yes!
Awesome.
First time.
Good talk.
Okay.
But he still gets damage, even though his second roll was a failure, right?
He crit failed.
No, crit fail.
So something really bad happens to him.
It was to confirm whether he gets a card or not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me see what we got here. Dun-dun-dun, none of them are extremes. So I'm going to read off the two that can potentially happen, and I'm going to let you guys choose.
Ooh,
Okay. I like it.
That's more fun.
Sure.
Okay, so one is move 2 steps down the strength poison track for 1d4 minutes. The other is you take 1d4 bludgeoning damage per your weapon's item level. So it's either flat damage or reduce their stats.
He is a melee-based character.
Yep.
I like the idea of the stat reduction, but I'll cede to whatever you two want to do.
Hey, he was attacking you. I'm all for going with whatever you like.
Yeah, stat reduction is good to me.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
let's bump him down the track. That's got to be at least a -1 to the important stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is for 2 minutes. Combat's going to be over so long before this is ever
20
undone.
rounds?
Here's hoping. And I actually have to shoot him.
Which track did he go down?
That was the strength poison track, and that was 2 steps.
Okay, let me tell you what that does.
Please do, as I'm sure he gets shot by in R5.
Okay, so he's now impaired. So he takes a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, damage rolls, skill checks, the DCs of any spills or special abilities.
Yes!
Jeez.
And he gains the overburdened condition. Oh, and then he takes the you also take the penalties of the step before, so it's actually a -4
What?
to all of those things. So he's overburdened, and he takes a -4 to basically everything.
Okay, that's
Well, clearly his programming is inferior.
this is what you get for being inside my mind.
I'm sorry you're a lesser being that I'm trying to flush from my memory banks.
Okay, did you hit with that trick attack?
Oh, gods, yes, with the 23. I think we're good there.
Okay.
I feel confident about a 23. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's
Okay,
a CR3 or higher, right?
Yeah, did you roll your
lower.
actual trick attack, not just attack?
Oh, was that the
Because that
attack?
looks like an attack roll.
Thought it was.
You
Hang
got to
on.
do your skill check, right, for the trick attack?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta do your sense motive, I think it was for you.
Yeah.
Bear with me, I'm rusty. Yeah, sense motive 26.
All right.
Okay, that'll do.
All right, and then a 23 to hit.
Yup.
I want to see that increased damage.
That's 26 damage.
All right.
Okay, 26 damage. You turn around, shoot this thing, and you smoke this guy. Quite literally, they burst into smoke.
How much damage?
26.
26 damage?
Yeah.
Level 5
my
operatives are really bad if they trick attack you.
Oh my god.
Really super bad.
Plus flat damage? Oh, yeah.
Holy
Scriff?
cow.
I think that's up to you, my friend.
I was like, oh, I'm going to be all badass. No, 5e just stole the show.
Well, it's your
Okay.
turn to find out.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, my movement is not as good. What is my movement now in this power armor? 25 feet. So, I don't know if I can reach anybody in this turn. You know what, maybe I can charge.
Ooh.
I think charge lets me attack, right? I just take some penalties.
Yeah, you get an attack.
Bear
at the
with
end
me
of it.
while I look it up.
That's not a full action that I think we've used yet. Maybe once early on.
It is a full action, but I haven't done anything yet. It lets me move double my speed and make a melee attack.
In a straight line,
There
right?
you go. Yeah.
I take a -2 on the attack roll and a -2 to my AC. Okay. So, Scriff is going to do a charge on Victor. So, just this big power armor. Boom, boom, boom.
Go
boom,
Mecha Mouse.
boom, comes in and does this leaping bite with the power armor mechanical teeth.
Power chomp.
Power chomp. And that's going to be a 13 against KAC.
Ooh, 13 KAC. Not quite gonna do it.
Okay.
So that was a full turn action. So that's done there. Wow, so there's a giant hulking thing right in front of this not Victor. Okay, they're gonna
Three
take a
question marks
step
there.
back and try to shoot at you. Do you have reach?
No.
Ah,
You lucked out.
Okay.
like, not
I am
yet.
a 10 foot. Yeah, I have 10-foot square size, but only 5-foot reach.
Okay, they pull up this massive cannon, aim it at you, and you just cross your arms in front of you, and the laser just bounces out and splays in different directions.
Awesome.
And does literally nothing to you.
Even
Okay.
in your brain, my armor is superior.
The ray shielding you instructed me to install appears to be functioning properly.
Okay, everyone roll perception for me.
yay.
Perception.
Perception checks, please.
25.
25.
12.
29.
Okay, in our 5e, you don't see this happen, but the rest of you do. You notice that the black smoke from that thing that you killed already, it didn't just dissipate into the air, it actually kind of stayed where it was. And it's kind of coagulated back together as it moves over right next to in our 5e, and it reforms into like a much more bestial looking humanoid creature made out of smoke.
Oh.
And it reappears right next to 5e again. And instead of attacking with weapons, it comes in with 2 vicious looking claws, so it's going to do a double attack on you.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully we just have to kill them twice and there's not like a puzzle going on here too. There might be.
Okay, that's 13, I imagine, is not going to do it.
No.
And then how about 15? These are KAC.
Also no.
Okay, so this thing comes, slashes in on you, and you just dodge out of the way. All right, time for this Gurgatal fighter. There's a giant mech robot right in front of him, so...
That's right, there is.
I'm gonna take a shot on that.
You can try.
Does
wanna see
EAC 20 hit you?
No.
EAC 20 doesn't hit you?
missed.
What
Oh,
is your
EAC is 20. Because
Oh, it is 20.
because I charged.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Just
think
to
it should be close to that.
clarify, it's because I charged.
Oh my
Otherwise, you would
goodness.
have missed.
Awesome.
That's I think that's more horrible than awesome, but okay. All right, that's 8 fire damage. While you're blocking a laser from the front, fire comes in and burns you from the side.
And I take 7.
Oh, you got flame resistance?
I've got I've got energy resistance 1 to any ranged attack.
Oh
Every
my
little
gosh,
bit
you guys
helps.
are crazy now. Okay, Pawns, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's see, 1, 2. I can reach Skriff. Yeah, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna cast a spell on Skriff. It's gonna give him
Okay.
DR5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to nat 20 to hit people. And even if I do,
Mecha
it's not gonna
Mouse.
do anything.
Yeah,
oh
so
my god.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy. This is great.
yeah, and then if you get hit by a melee attack, they will take 5 damage. So it looks like
so it's like Thorn's attack. Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What spell is this?
it's Defrex Hardiness.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yep, that's gonna
Hot.
be
Anything
the
else
end of
for
my
your turn?
turn. No, that'll be it. And I can actually touch him from up here, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, you can just reach down
'Cause I'm
and
10
touch
feet
the top
tall.
of his armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 5e, you are up.
Okay. We got to take care of this opposition directly next to us. You know what? Take another op attack.
Okay. We'll absolutely take that shot at you. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Gamble
And
lost.
that is going to be for 8 slashing damage.
8 slashing. Noted. Ow.
What else you got for me?
Basically the same thing as last round.
Okay, roll them up.
31 cents motive.
Okay.
My Ant Sting pistol with a 12. But that is against
Ooh.
flat-footed.
That's true, but still...
Still too low.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay. Skriff Dovetail.
All right. Skriff regains their balance from charging at fake Victor. Gonna move up 5 feet and take a bite out of this Garagatal fighter. So that's gonna be a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Now
Okay.
you have to roll again.
Yup.
I
Roll
have
again,
to roll
please.
to confirm a 15 against KAC on the second roll.
Oh, I'm so sorry, my friend.
15
I'm
is a
so-
fail.
15 is
Some
a
good
fail.
AC that guy's
Oh
got.
my
Oh no.
gosh! Oh no!
Okay, and you are doing a...
It's a piercing attack.
Okay. See.
Rough start, Skriff.
Okay, so this one I had to choose because it felt fitting. You take half weapon damage and move 1 step down the strength poison track until healed.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
that's
can I heal
unfortunate.
him?
Okay, here's a question.
Yeah, huh?
Because my strength does not come from the strength of myself, it comes from the strength of my armor.
Ooh. But does it not factor in at all anymore?
It does. My strength is replaced by the power armor.
So you'd have to hop out
Then
of your.
take half weapon damage.
Nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I will roll. Ouch! I take 7 piercing damage.
Ooh.
That was half.
That was half.
Ow.
Oh, but I have DR5, so I take 2,
Oh yeah.
and then I take
All planned.
Oh my
the
gosh.
the Defrex hardiness. Like can't. We're gonna have like a ping pong effect if I apply that to myself. So I don't think it actually does
Keeps
anything.
damaging you, and then you reduce it to 0, and then
Yeah.
it damages you,
Well,
and you reduce it to
it
0.
damages me, but it damages me the amount that I reduce. So
Yeah, so it doesn't do anything.
so I take
Okay.
2.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's funny
Is
to
that
think
all
about.
you can do?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Not Victor is going to take a shot at Pawns.
I'm too squishy. Don't do it.
Stop casting wonderful spells on people. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. But this is a two-handed cannon, so that's going to be 15 damage.
Oh.
A cannon?
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should target Victor. Well, I gotta hit something first.
I can probably take him out here in one round, depending on what his health is compared to the goblin.
Depending on what it is, it's just gonna
Okay.
like coalesce back into a shadow figure thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
And speaking of shadow figure thing, that one's moving right back on NR5E, because why not?
Yep.
Comes in for an attack. That's a critical! So I will roll to see what kind of critical, to see if the
Really?
second one would hit you.
Man, it's going to be that kind of night.
It does not get a card.
Okay. Just
So
hits
it'll
me for a
just
lot
be-
of damage.
It's regular double damage. Okay, that's gonna be 14 damage. So bring it in.
Yikes.
One way or the other, this combat is going to go real fast.
Well, when you guys hit, you hit like trucks. It's
Yeah,
just we found some
5e hit
unfortunate
like a
luck.
truck.
Okay, that's that guy. Moving on. 5-foot step. This Gurgatal fighter is going to step back and shoot at Scriff again because you're large and in charge. And you said now a 21 EAC doesn't hit, right?
I got an EAC of 22, baby.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Very nice.
Well, that's that. Pawns.
So I don't like that cannon. I'm going to Brain Blast him with the Oleron's Mental Shell, the stone that we got from them underwater.
Oh.
And that's going to raise the DC by 4 and then also double the damage. I think it just flat doubles the damage, so hopefully he fails.
I just hope that you doing mental attacks on things inside of 5e's brain doesn't hurt
break his brain.
5e.
I'm sure it's going to be perfectly fine. This won't be what turns
Okay.
him into a murder bot.
Let's see. A will save, I'm guessing. So. That's a total of a 3 to save. I'm sorry, no, a 6 to save. I didn't add the bonus. That's a 6 total, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what the DC was on that, though?
What's the DC?
With the stone, there's a 21.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my. And you do double damage?
yeah.
Oh
See what it
my
is.
god.
Holy crud! Wait, what was that?
Did you like max damage me or what?
I don't know, because I haven't rolled this at level 2 yet.
Level
There was
2
some-
Mind Thrust does a.
It's
Yeah.
a ton.
Okay, so with that damage being doubled, I rolled it twice, and I almost max damage on the first roll.
Yeah.
Meaning the total there is going to be 44 psychic damage.
my god! Oh, cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think that sets a new record.
I
for-
thought I was
think
supposed
it
to be.
does.
I thought I was gonna be like the powerhouse getting my powered armor, but no, I am the small mouse still.
I don't know what happened between
You're
this
a
level and last.
truck.
I'm a truck, but I can't hit like a truck. I just take hits like a truck.
I'm liking having a tank, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kinda nice.
So you blow this thing's mind, and it it doesn't turn into smoke and stay there. You just blow it across the battlefield. That thing is gone.
44.
It's done.
Level 5.
So much for Victor, if that's even his real name? Question mark.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Is there anything else you're going to be doing on this turn, there, Pawns?
I don't know what just happened. I've never felt that before. Wow.
Ultimate power.
No, I'm good. I'm happy with that. I guess I'll
What
go
did you
float above
just do?
Scriff.
Okay.
I just pressed the brain button thing again, and oh my gosh, how did that happen?
Okay, NR5E. There's one less on the battlefield. You're up, bud.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I'll just trick attack the guy next to me with a baton hit. There's no point in No point in moving away and letting him get a free shot here.
Okay.
So, since motive is 29.
That'll do it.
And 18.
That'll
Casey.
do it.
All right. Have 24 damage.
Oh
Gosh,
my
you
god.
guys. Okay. This thing came up, it punched you a few more times than you were expecting, and then you just wail on it with this baton.
Yep.
And just... And this...
Your
this smoke...
programming is obsolete.
Oh my god. 5e is dead. You can stop.
All right. And then I'll turn to look at this dude.
Does he just run away in fear? Both of his other guys got just massacred. Okay.
They absolutely did. You're up, Script.
I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna go for a chomp again, and I'm gonna hope that I don't get another natural one. I got a 20 against KAC.
That will hit.
All right.
Okay, and you're gonna take 18 piercing damage.
Man, you guys hit hard. I'm gonna have to start upping some CRs around here.
Yeah.
That was max damage for me. I can't go into the 30s like you guys.
Yeah, you bite into this thing, and now it has this giant smoking gash in it. It's still up, but it doesn't look good. Okay, takes a step back. You're not sure if it's in fear or not, and it's going to shoot at you again, because it's got to do what it's got to do, and that's a miss. Moving on, Pawns.
Oh, I want to try out this pistol. Hold on.
Yes, you
fun.
do.
This is one of those like shooting training simulators.
Yeah. So Pons pulls out the lightning pistol, and I'm gonna just aim it kind of downwards at this guy's head, and it's gonna shoot a lightning bolt out. Let's see
Okay.
what that is going to do, though.
Just casual lightning bolt, no need to worry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And I was a natural 20.
Oh!
So I feel like that one had a crit effect, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Let me roll damage.
Give me another roll real quick. No way.
Yeah, that was another
Sorry.
natural 20.
I probably shouldn't say it because you're supposed to say it first, but it was
That's okay.
revealed. And that's another natural 20.
Wow, I don't think I've ever done that ever. Huh.
This is so great.
It doesn't have a crit effect, by the way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, I just looked at it.
All right, you know what?
Either way, I'm happy with that.
Just for this one time, because this is the first time this is happening, I'm going to draw 3 cards, and you're going to get to pick which one you want.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, so let's see.
Any extreme lightning?
Yes, actually, there is an extreme electricity. I'll read that one as well. Okay, so you can either knock them prone in half their speed, you can make it so they take a -4 when attacking creatures other than you for a round. You can have the target move from its square. They can't move from that square for 1 round.
I like
Or
that.
the extreme electricity is the target takes -2 penalty to strength and dex-based skill checks until healed.
Yeah, I actually like that he can't move, because I want to imagine that I just shot him
Okay.
with a lightning bolt. He's like stunned for a second, and he's just like,
Yes.
I'll take that. And that was going to be a
Assuming he
total
doesn't
of
die.
of 9 damage there, just 9.
9 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
You see this thing get hit by electricity, and then it bursts into smoke. But because you guys know what to look for, you see that the smoke is in fact still floating right there.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. In our 5e, you are up.
I am taking a moment to look around the area and see if there's anything of note I should be perceiving, because I'm worried about these things reforming.
Okay, go ahead. Give me perception.
19 perception.
Okay. As far as you can tell, it doesn't look like there's any other smoke moving in from the horizons or anything. You only see this one thing of smoke and, just burning trees. So it doesn't seem like there's other, enemies approaching or anything like that.
Okay. I just turn to the other two and say, be on guard. Those things could come back. And I want to walk over and start checking the rubble here.
Yeah. So you walk over and you look down at this broken bed, and it seems so familiar to you. Like, you can't quite put your finger on it yet, but you know you've seen this bed before. And you've seen it when it wasn't destroyed. Scriff, you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to the smoke, and I'm just gonna like try and wave my arms around and dissipate it. I don't know. I don't know if I can attack smoke.
I don't know either.
That's a weird one. Okay, so you just try to dissipate it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we'll do. As it comes around to this thing's turn, it does start trying to come back together, and you're like waving your arms in it. So here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna reform, but I'm going to make it flat-footed because you messed with it so much that it's like off a bit.
Okay.
So it does come back into one of those shadowy figures again. But yeah, it is now flat-footed against you guys. And it's going to try to claw at you, Scriff, because you're right there 2 times.
Ooh, 2 times.
Yeah,
right,
2
because it can't move.
Yeah, it can't move, and these things seem to want to do melee attacks now. And a 20 doesn't get you, and neither does a 12.
Are those EAC? No.
Those are KAC, my man.
KAC is even worse.
Okay, so Pawns, you're up. This thing is flat-footed, and it's flailing, trying to attack, but it's stuck where it is.
I feel like we should put some water on it, or put out these fires or something. Is he just like literally smoke, or is he?
Yeah, it's like a smoky figure.
Got it. Okay. I don't really have anything else that I need to try out on him, so I will go ahead.
You do know that the other 2 have been blown away by sheer damage, so.
Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and hit him with the pistol, though, my flame pistol.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's a frag grenade. You know, that would have been handy earlier.
Lob one right next to Scriff.
17 to hit.
17. Now it will hit, yes.
Okay, good. And that's just 6 damage there.
Okay. You shoot a hole in it, and it's got this gaseous hole. It's hanging on by like a little bit of its side, and there's just this big hole right in the center, and it's still trying so desperately to claw at Scriff.
Excellent.
You're up.
But it can't. Can't bust through this armor.
So that one with the death token on it is active again, just to be clear?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to level my steam pistol and try to trick it. Trick it. Sense motive probably not going to do with a 21, because I'm sure he's higher than CR2. So, have a little zip of acid instead. 24.
Okay.
7 damage.
Okay, you shoot this thing with the acid, and then it's like, no, my melting. And you just melt this thing, and then it bursts into smoke.
It's like I just burned through my stamina so fast that round. That's crazy.
Yeah, they were hitting back pretty hard too, so.
As the last of these creatures unleash its ghastly howl, melting, the whole room behind begins to disintegrate into smoke. All of the trees, everything just start. It swirls into your vision and rises up into the sky. Left behind is a room with glistening metal walls. The destroyed furniture from the field has been transposed into this ostentatious boudoir. A strong waft of perfume rushes to your senses, met only by the distinct metallic smell of blood. 3 soldiers, heavily armored, stand guard over 3 well-dressed civilians, huddled down in the room's far corner. One of the civilians, a frightened, middle-aged woman, wraps her arms around the head of a lanky figure, clearly trying to protect them with her body. Another one of them, a purple-skinned android, kneels, arms splayed out, trying to negotiate for his family's freedom. Neon blue blood gushes from a gunshot wound on their thigh. Suddenly, door opens, and the spectral 5e you guys encountered earlier rushes into the scene and starts trying to disable these assailants. The fight is pretty brief, as one of the troopers slams a small data jack into the back of 5e while he's breaking the arm of one of the soldiers. A hacking program dives through the SRO systems and starts tearing out very select data. This 5e convulses violently before his LED eyes shift from red to a dull green, and he comes to this complete standstill. The soldiers turn back to the helpless civilians as the door to the room opens once more. In the doorway is a blackened tree with branches still ablaze, and it slowly begins to shift and morph. The flames draw in until they are this fiery shock of curled hair. The scorched bark snaps and reshapes itself into a suit as black as the void of space, and tree branches pull in until they are these two wine-colored horns. 5e, you don't recognize this towering figure as they duck their head under the door frame, but someone in the party does.
Oh my god!
What?
Well, I have got to say, gentlemen, well done. That was about as clean as a whistle. Amazing just what credits in the right hand will get you. Coordinates to a secret asteroid bunker. Key codes to this hangar. Even a little program that'll shut down a particularly formidable robot. This absolutely massive tiefling places one hand on the spectral 5e's shoulder, smiles, and then adjusts the cufflinks on their crypt black suits. Well, it sure has come down to this, hasn't it? I found you a wonderful, special youngin' to be your very own, since y'all can't have any, obviously. For a very reasonable price, I might add. And now just look at us. Tried to renege on a little matter of payment, bought yourself a fancy SRO unit, and ran off to this rich slice of paradise. The woman screams up at this tiefling about how he kept raising the price and demanding more even after they would pay. And the tiefling puts his hand on his chest in mock indignation, how dare you? My dear lady, you were paying for happy years together. Happy years you did have. Just yonder of a decade. Good years. But seems our relationship must now be concluded. As he goes to finish this sentence, in a quick movement, the android dashes forward, blood splurting out of their leg, and their hand moves out of the way to reveal this hidden blade inside their arm. Whoa. They dive forward and slash into this tiefling's immaculate suit. They both stand there for a moment as they look down at the knife, which is cut through the jacket's outer layer and stuck into a protective lining. Oh. The tiefling, his face twitches for a second before his composure completely breaks. He grabs the android and rips one of the arms fully off, and then seizes the android, lifts them bodily up, and then slams them into the ground, and then just starts dropping dozens of hammer fists down on this guy. It's sending shockwaves of vibration through the floor as he slams into them. And after few seconds of this, tiefling stands up, just splattered in this blue blood, and slicks some loosened hair back into place. He turns back to the soldiers. I have gone and lost my appetite for second chances. Take my Ronnie here, the Anasinoi, to my ship and take this piece of machinery somewhere I ain't never gonna see it again. I don't care where. Goodbye, Miss Curtin. He leaves the room, and this so-named Miss Curtin is dragged from the youthful, lanky figure that is curled into a ball, kicking and cussing at the tiefling. The soldiers unceremoniously just gun her down and drag the now shaking but unresisting Anasinoi towards the door. A soldier comes up to the unmoving 5e and starts fiddling with them. A patch on the shoulder shows an upside-down pitchfork, and that's the last thing that 5e saw at this time before it shuts down completely. And as that 5e shuts down, so too does this whole projection as you're all brought back into reality.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Thank you.
My jaw is dropped right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't believe you did that, Adam.
That's a really good storytelling, Adam. That's so
Thank you
cool.
very much. I appreciate it.
I don't even know how to follow that.
I don't know either. I was like, how did he do that? That's all I was
You remember
thinking.
that
Oh my
character
goodness.
has been in the show already.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew who it was as soon as he started describing it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, shit, it's that guy.
Oh,
Pon's got to see this, right?
Everybody got to see this.
Oh man, I think that's my first like interaction with him.
Oh man, I've been waiting to do that scene for like 4 weeks now.
you bastard.
That was crazy. I was like,
That's awesome.
You bastard.
it was like too well done that I was like, you just keep going. I'll just keep listening. Pons doesn't know what the heck just happened.
That's why you gotta have a conversation, because one of you know who the fuck that is, more or less.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
it's
know.
NR5. He doesn't even know. Oh.
yeah. Well, I mean, I can just start off with me booting back up and more or less saying that, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Do you guys want a
probably
picture of this thing?
Yeah, throw it out there. Yeah, they've got like an upside down Dorito head, 3 eyes, 2 mouths, 3 fingers. Like, they're a really interesting looking race.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that was the juvenile that was in the care of the couple?
Correct.
Okay, because it was an android and a human, is that correct? The parents?
Right.
All right.
They couldn't have their own, and what you're gathering from context clues of what that guy said is they wanted a kid, but they couldn't have their own. So
Yeah.
he found them one.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. That's really, really cool.
Looks like a what is it? A coyote skull?
It
Kind
does,
of.
yeah.
A little bit, kind of like a dog with the ears.
I'm trying to Baby Yoda this a little bit in my head. I know he's not that young. But...
Yeah. He's the way I picture this, and I think it's a he, but I'll have to read my notes about that. I will put for now. They're like not Baby Yoda, but they're not full adult. They're just kind of in like that adolescent age.
Mhm.
They're just tall. They're tall for their age.
Just go full Wesley Crusher.
I'm still in a little bit of shock. Right
Yeah,
now.
that took a while to recover from Adam to
Ugh.
feel like I could actually respond
Holy
to it. So I
crap.
was like, well, I can't match that just out of nowhere. So how do I?
Good job. Fuck, man.
I think I'm ready now, though.
Even from like another star system, that guy is still with me.
Mm-hmm. And you've seen to what lengths he will go to continue to with you if you don't pay him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's a bad dude.
So, you guys wake up slowly from this dream. You feel really groggy for a minute, because your mind was just in a completely different place, and now it's been brought back to this reality. And you start to pull off the headgear and unplug yourself, 5e. And everyone just kind of sits up and looks around at each other.
Well, I now know the species of my protective assignment. But I know no more about the person who took them than I did before.
I do.
Elaborate.
Scriff, holds his head with his hand, his jaw agape. Just confusion in his eyes as he's trying to piece this together. What could possibly be the connection? He's a broker of sorts. To call him a loan shark would be too crude. I never got his name, but I know the man. He's the same one who gave me funds to build my armor the first time I tried to build the armor. He's a dangerous and powerful man.
You have had dealings with this being. Do you know where to find him?
That's the thing. He finds you. He always finds you.
Not always.
Izbin also is sitting up after being in the VR with you guys. She's also a bit surprised at this. She wasn't directly in it like you guys, but you get the sense she kind of got an overview of what was going on. And she says, well, you may not know where he is or who he is, but it sounds like he may just come to you.
No, we don't. We need to get out of here. We need to get off this planet. We need to get back to Pack Worlds. If he's after us, it's already too late. I need to go. You can see Scriff breathing heavily, on the verge of a panic attack from seeing this person. I need to. Nima and Teb and Glitch, they're all in danger. He doesn't just go after you. He goes after your family. You saw it. He did the same to you already. He's going to do the same to my family.
Then let's make sure that he comes after us and not after them.
You're right.
If he is already on your trail, this could present an opportunity to lay a trap.
I don't even know how he would get here. We don't even know how we got here, but you make a good point. The theatrics of going after my family wouldn't have any meaning unless I was there.
Well, I don't want to be here any longer than anyone else. So, she stands up a little bit, kind of shaky. There's gotta be a way out of here. I'm gonna go think and maybe talk to Victor. He's got a weird calming presence, so and she just kind of trails off, gives a little half-hearted wave, she seems to be kind of out of it at the moment.
Are you okay? You sure you don't need to rest?
I'll be fine. She puts her hand on the doorway. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna go have a drink or something.
I'll join you.
What was the people that have prisoners that we were planning on rescuing here shortly?
The Cylon?
The Cylon. Izbin gets up, goes to walk away, and then you hear from the hallway, "Oh, sorry, was it not? Sorry, hold on, sorry, excuse me, sorry." And like walks by Izbin Espa and comes over to the doorway, and he looks a little abashed, and he's like, "Was it? Sorry, he think things kind of heavy in here. Everything okay?" You guys all have this like look of death on your face.
We are currently processing new data. You would be welcome to come and discuss it with us.
Okay. Uzi looks back at the corridor. So he kind of sits down on a seat near Scriff, because Scriff looks the worst.
Scriff is like currently trying to craft a drink out of UPVs, but is too distraught to do it. It's like
his little shaky mouse hands.
Do you want Uzi to help? Uzi, he like tries to help you out.
Just make it strong.
Okay, yeah, Uzi, fine. Okay. So, you guys kind of tell Uzi about what happened.
So we're not certain that this guy is actually in pursuit of us, right? There was no information that was given that would tell us that specifically, but we are now aware that there's a connection between both NR5E and Scriff in a person that could come after them potentially.
Oh, he's after us. He doesn't just let debts go uncollected.
Uzi doesn't want to make this worse sounding, but do you think big, fiery man would try to get money from Scriff's family?
He would, but I think part of his game is the theatrics of it. He doesn't do it just for profit. I think he gets enjoyment out of it. He wants the audience.
Sounds like would have made a fantastic Mega Chief. Thinking back about the last Mega Chief that you guys murdered.
The behavior this individual exhibited in the memory flashback does appear to border on histrionic personality disorder.
Pashang Sabakawala. He should just go back to hell where he came from.
I've been thinking on this. The ship that the Cylon have, given your knowledge, do you think it would be possible to create a drift drive or a way of traversing it out of the parts of that ship?
I think we have a drift drive.
Yeah.
The problem is we can't escape the gravity of this planet with the current speed of our ship, or without some way.
Do we just need to straight up level it?
It might be a matter of we can just try and brute force it through with more speed.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that there's a way to get around that, like with maybe there's some kind of access codes. We don't quite know.
Okay. Well, you can cut what I just said. What I'm trying to figure out is how do we link information we just gathered to our next direction that we're trying to go, or do we need to shift directions? Because I'm feeling like how it should go, if things were to make sense, is, well, we're still going to board that Cylon ship. And if that's the case, what intention is that, what is that going to give us? Is that going to give us a way out? Is that going to allow us to communicate differently?
I have two hopes for us going to the Cylon's prison barge. One, perhaps they have codes and don't realize it because of their lack of knowledge of the drift. Two, we know that somewhere in this system, perhaps on this planet, is a prisoner for whom this prison was built. Not the prison ship, but this larger prison of the planet. And I'm hoping we can find them or some clue to get to them. on that ship. Like Swokus said, if the Cylon took a prisoner, that ship is where they would be.
Uzi kind of looks at everyone and tries to, like, gauge the temperature of the room a little bit. Not to add on to things, because they seem bad already, but will the old man want to talk to all of us?
Okay, sure.
He goes out, brings back this old goblin who walks in and comes to, like, the threshold of the door with this cane. And he does a little bow as he gets there. He says, thank you for having an audience with me. I very much appreciate it.
This is an articulate goblin.
No.
Yeah, you get this air of, like, they definitely led, and you can tell. Like, even if you didn't know they were a Mega Chief once, you can kind of tell.
It was like a different culture back then.
I've been speaking with Uzi on the problems we've been facing, particularly the one I understand is coming this way, the Cylon's flagship, if you will. And I felt it only right to impart a few things that I learned when I encountered them when I was Mega Chief. It was less of a wasteland, this planet at that time, but they were still a superpower on this planet. And I saw what they did to their enemies. And I just wanted to put out there that I believe that the first thing they'll do is take their flagship, and they know we're in the desert somewhere. They may just begin bombarding the desert where they think we are, or if they have information, it may be more precise. So I would caution some expedience on whatever it is that can be done. You're the only ones with a ship that can fight against them in any way.
The thought of sending our ship after them is a little concerning. We have speed on our hand, though.
Yes, Uzi has told me how you went up against another ship and just ran absolute laps around them, just smoked them so bad. And it was much faster than the enemy ship, so there's that. But there's something perhaps more pressing, may not be the right word, but something I wish to pass along to Uzi, and since all of you are so involved, to you as well. Uzi kind of looks confused by this. He's like, would you be so kind as to follow me? It would be much more expedient to show you than to tell you.
I'm just expecting old catapult technology for how many times it's been referenced.
Do you have a trebuchet?
Trebuchet, yeah.
Ah, yes, the old trebuchets.
The long-lost trebuchet technology.
We used to load up a ball full of goblins and fling them for miles, and they would attack as they impacted.
Scriff's, in order to expedite things, Scriff will pick up Uzi's dad in his power armor and carry him on his shoulder.
Oh!
5e follows.
You have to, like, duck to go through the ship and, like, get out of this thing. So you guys step down out into the hangar, and Festering Boyle leans down and whispers to Uzi as best he can from 10 feet up. It'd be best if there was no one else here, Uzi. Maybe you can try to... Uzi nods and takes a step forward and shouts out to the entire hangar. All the way Rest is in hangar. Move out now, quick style. So says Mega Chief Uzi. As this mass exodus begins of people who are, either checking on the ship or just working around in this hangar, they begin to leave. And the one thing you all notice is, while that's happening, going against the crowd, you guys see Victor walking in, and he looks kind of confused at what's going on. But he just walks over to you guys and kind of falls in step as Uzi gestures him that it's fine. The old Mega Chief points towards a wall of this hangar and has you go over there, Scriff, and then set him down. It's like, downsies, please.
Yes, okay. Still has the...
You gotta do it real slow. They're like... Oh crap, I left my cane up there. Can you...
Yeah, go back up one more time, please. Yeah, that's perfect. Got it. So you set him down. he nods and thanks you, and walks over to the small panel in the wall and pops it open. And behind it, there's a panel. And they put their hand on it and then press a few buttons. And a panel of the wall moves aside, and you guys see the doors to an elevator.
Huh.
Uzi's mouth is completely open, and his eyes are giant. Like, what?
I look over to the others, and I say, we're checking this place for secret rooms.
Well,
Everywhere.
This one might be the most interesting. And he walks into the elevator, turns around, puts his hands on his cane, waits for you guys.
He just said there's other ones. He just confirmed it.
I confirm and deny nothing.
Tell me your secrets, old man.
Where are the other hidden rooms?
Oh gosh, I was. Okay, so everybody gets on the elevator, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And he reaches over with his cane and pushes the button. And this elevator slides down in a diagonal movement into the ground. And it slides for about a couple minutes before it comes to a stop. And as these doors open, you step out onto a catwalk in a room bigger than anything you've seen in this stronghold. You all look down, and Uzi's already dropped jaw somehow goes further, as you see rusted plates riveted into place around massive twin engines, crude lines that somehow make the form of a bulky frame. And what you see is what you can only describe as a junkyard that's been welded together.
The whole junkyard?
Yeah, they took a junkyard and just put every part of it into this thing.
Didn't waste a thing.
And Festering Boyle looks down and says, "This is our space goblin generational ship, the SS Explodinator."
Generational goblin ship.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Jeff Bezos.
It is tradition to pass down knowledge of this ship through the Mega Chief line, but I was aware that Filth Between Toes had ambitions, so I even hid the files that are passed on when the Mega Chief dies. If he knew about this, he would no doubt use it to wage war, and it's no warship. It was meant to take goblins to a new world and nothing more.
Not yet, it's not.
He kind of looks over at you like, uh-oh. Chiefs before us worked to repair the Explodinator after it crash-landed on this planet, and so succeeded. It can fly, but that about sums up its capabilities.
Is this spaceship big enough that we could park our other one in it?
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a generational ship.
Yeah.
It's designed to hold like an
Civilization.
entire colony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, this is how the goblins got here, and if possible, it's how they leave.
5e is going to be walking around this welded junkyard and just checking it out with an engineering check of 27.
Mhm.
What does he think of the structural stability and the design here?
Yes. Question mark.
Huh.
It has structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what you can tell, judging by just where the weld marks are and where there's plates put into it, it seemed like this thing, when it landed, essentially snapped in half and then was put back together. With that roll, you could tell that it looks, you'd probably want to give it more of a look over, but it would probably survive. It just would need to be constantly repaired. You know what I mean? That's the goblin way.
This does have the appearance of being potentially space-worthy.
Yes.
It's promising.
We still have the problem of escaping the gravity of this planet, though.
But maybe
Yes.
it's a good time to take the clan and move them somewhere else?
Unless Script's gonna look at the engines on the thing and see if they are at all compatible with our ship.
They are like a size category bigger than your ship.
That's not what I asked.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
What you can gather is because this tech isn't just like old from as far as you guys landing here and things are 70-something years old. This is generations old, so the engines you have on your ship are more efficient and better than these.
Oh, okay.
These
But those
get
ones
the
would have
job
a
done.
lot of torque for a ship our size. I mean, come on. It'd be like trying to power a Hot Wheels with a Ford F-150 motor.
Right.
In response to how Script's kind of drooling at the moment, you can like see it coming down his face. He's like, my hope would be, since all of you are trying to escape this system, as Uzi has told me, there's very little for the goblins here at this time, since the sands came in and took over this place. You may have noticed it's a bit of a barren wasteland.
Well, I have no problems with helping. I would love to help you escape this planet, but we still don't know how to get out exactly. Apart from trying to get more power to our engines to just burst through the gravitational field of this planet. It's almost... I still think that there is some kind of security code, maybe, that we can send to the orbiting drift beacon that might clear us from this planet.
But when you say that, Victor perks up a little bit, and he walks over to you and leans in kind of close and kind of has to do like an up lean to get to you now.
Yes, Victor.
What you said just a moment ago, I have no doubt that you wish to engage yourself in this generation ship situation, but I may need to pull you away for another, perhaps equally pressing situation.
Sure. I don't know what to do with this ship other than get it as ready as we can to fly. We can call in your goblin mechanic crew to spruce it up and have it ready, and have your crew, have your clan ready to depart at a moment's notice, because that might be all we have, especially if the Cylon find the base.
Yes, I do not wish to overstep my bounds, as I am not the Mega Chief. He looks over at Uzi, and Uzi looks down at the ship, looks over at you guys, and gets this big grin. He's like, Uzi think, hell yeah.
Uzi, I'm going to send you some write-ups, some mock-ups, suggestions for how to improve this ship, but I don't know how much time I will have personally to work on it. But perhaps the goblins would be safer now aboard a mobile base, even if it's currently still orbiting the planet.
Uzi, not sure if we can outrun big, mega silent ship.
I'm not talking about outrunning it. I'm talking about outgunning it.
Oh!
Uzi's eyes go big and wide.
I'll send you some ideas.
Just end it with that. I'll send you thoughts.
I'll write up a memo.
Hell yes.
So my thought there is, the Goblin clan can have, like, that will be their base now, and they can do what
that's not a bad idea, because, like, right now they're literally sitting under sand and some sticks, so that's not a bad idea.
I'm happy to spend time to, like, train more Goblin mechanics so that they can actually work on it. I'll spend the time to write up schematics on, like, suggested changes, but then that will be, like, their
Sure.
like, it's kind of like how the Idari is a, like, generational ship in the Pact Worlds that is just like this flotilla and a huge powerhouse. So I want to see if, like, we can get the goblins to be an actual power on this planet.
We just take over the Cylon ship.
If they have enough defenses, then the Cylon ship won't mess with them.
Okay, interesting.
That's
And they have lots of stuff in their vault. Maybe it's time to put that to use.
Very interesting.
But in the meantime, I guess perhaps it's time to go see what Victor has to say.
Yeah.
Is Victor only talking to Scriv?
It seems right now that he was
Okay.
only talking to Scriv.
Do you want me to bring the others, Victor?
I think that you're probably the most equipped to deal with this. So,
Sure, but I don't feel like there's any need to keep secrets from the others.
no, I just didn't want to pull people away from something that they could do here when they may not necessarily.
All right. Well, I'm going to go have a talk with Victor. If any of you want to come, or if you have more business
It's
here.
up to you guys.
I can help organize the people the goblins for making repairs and fixes on the ship.
Pawns reaches behind his back and pulls out the clipboard.
The clipboard. Mhm.
I can begin initial diagnostics and create a repair list. We'll see what tasks we can put the goblin technicians on.
Thank you for your understanding. Not to exclude anyone.
Of course, we all want to leave this place. Why would you be any different?
I am certainly not. He has this, like, sighs a little bit inwardly and walks over towards the elevator.
Yeah, I'll play some montage music on my boombox for the goblins.
Yes.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Yeah, it's okay, real quick, since this is the first time Pawns has really used his boombox, why don't you go ahead, roll me a d20 real quick.
Just a flat D20?
Yeah, just a flat d20.
Okay. 19.
Okay, so what I was gonna do is, if you rolled low, it was gonna be, like, old and crackled, and, like, you could barely hear the music that was coming out, but, like, this thing is actually held up pretty well, even though it's been canonically shot in the past. It still sounds pretty good.
Shot, I've been falling on, probably headbutt a few people with it.
Okay, so you guys start looking over the ship with festering boil. Uzi is, like, on the balls of his toes, so excited about what's going on here. Like, there's been a ship under their base his whole life. He's like, yes! You know, so he's rather excited. So Victor and Scriff get onto the elevator, and Victor presses the button to head up. And he looks over at you. Captain Izbin Espa came to me and asked me to tell her about something, and she didn't really seem to care what it was, but she just wanted me to talk for some reason. It was a bit of an odd request, but she seemed tired and kind of out of it, so I'm always trying to be helpful, so I agreed. She grabbed a drink and laid down on the couch, and I began to speak on the subject that I know best, the upgraded Church of Triune. I got about 2 paragraphs in before she sat bolt upright, dropped her drink, and took off in a dead sprint.
Wait, where?
It looked like she was heading in the direction of the satellite dish.
Oh.
That could be really bad.
So you guys get to the top of the elevator.
What did you say that caused her to be so alarmed?
I said the underlying code of the universe. I heard her start spouting something as she ran, and I will be forthcoming. It sounded much more like words that you might know about more than I. So
I'm gonna pull out my comm and call up Izbin. Izbin, can you read me?
you don't get any reply.
5E, Ponce, Uzi, meet me and Victor at the satellite room.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on with Izbin.
Affirmative. We'll make haste.
Perhaps a solution to our problem.
I walk over to the elevator, press the button, and proceed to wait there for the 2-3 minutes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. We used to have a lot of these back in my homeworld. I don't know why. You can just kind of fly everywhere.
You could just be tubes. Let's just have hallways.
Yeah, no, that's surprising. You would think it would be like Futurama, where everyone just jumps into a tube and like,
Yeah.
and you get shot out.
I would think it would work really, really well, like super telekinetic.
Yeah, and everyone's a ball, so.
God, you could be your own pinball game. That's like what if that's a sport among contemplatives?
Ooh, interesting.
Bing!
Like Super Monkey Ball?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like what was it, Sonic Spinball and Kirby's Pinball Land.
Okay, so the elevator gets to the top. It opens up, and you can see Victor's looking a little anxious right now, as he had to wait 4 minutes for you guys to show up.
Yeah.
But then you guys all start moving and head towards the satellite dish.
I just start yelling, Izbin! Izbin, are you here?
You guys head through the caves to the massive satellite dish. And as you approach and you're calling out for Izbin, you can actually hear the sound of someone talking inside the building. And you see an old CRT monitor just fly out the window and crash on the ground. And you guys head inside, and Izbin Espa is slid under one of the desks. And all 3 arms are doing completely different tasks. One's typing on a computer, one's plugging cables into jacks, and another one is soldering 2 circuit boards together.
Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty
Captain,
hot.
what are you doing?
You hear from under the desk, Scriff, thank the gods you're here, and she slides back out. Those computers over there have usable parts. Strip them and plug them into this board. If we link enough of them, I think we can boost the signal. It's a long shot, but this stuff is even older than I am. But just maybe. And you can tell that she's just going to keep on talking like this unless you say something.
What signal?
What? Wait, what?
What signal are you trying to boost?
Wait, you don't see it. You were the one who talked about it the most. No, I see. It didn't click with me either until Victor added the last piece. It's like a decoy interface. No one can see the facade that's right in front of them, right in plain sight, in plain sight. Scriff, Triune did this, all of it. This system, the gravity, the prisoner, everything. Her arms, by the way, are still working on things while she's doing this.
5e, she's going crazy. We should probably stop her.
No. Do you know why none of this makes sense?
No.
Because it doesn't make sense. And what do we know almost nothing about, but Triune does?
The drift.
There it is. She stretches her arms out wide. We are in the drift. The whole system. Triune has locked us into this plane where they have some control. She's like clearly hyperventilating. Guys, go ahead and roll physical science. And I guess I would also take computers.
I don't think I have proficiency in either of those.
22 for computers.
20 for physical science.
10.
Okay, so you guys can tell that she's like Scriff, you kind of compare it to a computer that's like overclocked and is running like crazy. Izbin Espa is overclocked right now.
Yeah.
But what signal are you trying to send?
She looks down at the arm that you attached to her like just yesterday. Because of what you did, all three of you, Scriff, Pawns, 5e, we have a shot to get out of here.
Well, you have my attention.
What did I do?
You found a piece of the prisoner, and now we have a key to their cage.
Wait.
And we'll see you in the season finale of Volume 2 of the Emergency Power Podcast.
What?
I have so many questions now.
When life drains you down, charge up on the Emergency Power Network. Theme song Triangles by Diamond Ace. Find them at bandcamp.com. Music provided by Nicholas Judy of Dark Fantasy Studio at darkfantasystudio.com and Tabletop Audio. Find them at tabletopaudio.com. As well as Carl Casey of White Bat Audio. Find them at whitebataudio.com. Font Azonics by Mixo. Find them on Twitter at MixoFX. The Starfinder role-playing game, including its official lore and images, are the intellectual property of Paizo Incorporated. All rights reserved. Narrated by Danny Lee Collins.